Looks like trouble. Lady Luck is smiling. All or nothing. It's my lucky day. Always on the run.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'll show you how to play Twisted Fate. If you want to improve your game and map awareness and become a better mid laner in general, then this is a really good champion to pick up. At level 1 you want to be starting with your W. It will rotate between 3 different cards and each of those cards have their own properties. So the blue card will deal the highest amount of damage and it will also refund mana. After the blue card comes the red one and it deals AoE damage, so it's very good for pushing out waves at once and when you can hit multiple champions at once. After the red card comes the yellow one, and that is the card that you'll be using most of the time because it will stun people, so it's good for catching out people, especially when you get ganked, and also just to set them up for the rest of your combos so you get some guaranteed damage off. And the order is always after blue comes red, and after red comes yellow, and then after yellow comes blue. It will always rotate in the same way. But which card starts when you press the W, it is random, so the most important thing to keep in mind is the rotation. And of course level 2 you can take your E-guys, so it gives you bonus attack speed, and then you also get a empowered auto attack once in a while, so it's very good for harassing the melee champions like a Karina for example. And the attack speed also just makes it easier for you to farm. So you actually have a really strong early game with the Corrupting Potion, Time Warp Tonic, Ignite. And that allows us to pick up a pretty free kill right here, as it does not respect our early game damage as Twisted Fate. And your Q guys is your main long range wave clearing and poking ability. It is a skill shot, so it's very easy to dodge, so that's why I usually combine it with a yellow card into Q. And you also have the minion dematerializer in the runes guys, and that is because we want to be using those all 3 actives on the ranged minions, because once we do that and we get level 9, then our Q will be able to one-shot them, so it gives us much better wave clear. And that is especially important on Twisted Fate because after level 6 all you want to do is that you just AFK wave clear and then you look to roam. So on the first base usually you want to get boots early on. And a Dark Seal, because we got a kill then we had enough for the boots, so we just went ahead and bought those because they gave us ability haste, so that's really nice to have. Now guys, one thing that's really important on Twisted Fate and something you have to get down every single game is the most important base timer, and that is at level 5. So once you hit level 5 then you just show the wave as fast as you can and then you recall. That is because your ultimate costs 100 mana, right? So you want to make sure that you have enough mana for it. You want to make sure that when you use your ultimate, then you have at least enough mana for a full rotation. So that's why you want to recall before you hit level 6. So you get your items and you're healthy and you have enough mana as well. That is like the ultimate tempo play on Twisted Fate. Something you should be trying to get every single game. You had to plan everything around that level 5 base timer. So we're just gonna show out this wave as fast as we can. We poke down Katarina so she will not be able to contest anything. We have much better wave clear as well. We're gonna push this ASAP and then we want to recall. Get our items, guys. Heal back up, get full mana. And then once we hit level 6, then we are ready to teleport. We can get a Dark Seal here on our base because we can't really buy anything else. And a control ward as well. And remember guys, your passive gives you extra gold whenever you get a takedown, right? Whenever you farm and such, so you already win lane just by going even. This is not a champion you pick to get a lot of kills with in lane. You pick him to get your teammates ahead. You know, play the map game. You want to apply as much global pressure as possible. So our ultimate is ready. So the first cast of your ultimate, guys, will reveal every opponent on the map. And while revealing it, they will also be visible. You get true sight, so even if they're invisible, stealth or anything else, then you'll be able to see them. So it can also be used to counter invisible enemies. For example, Akali under her W shroud, you will be able to see her. And then the second cast is the one that will teleport you, and this is what TF is known for. He's really good at getting his laners ahead and his jungle ahead as well. So when your ultimate is ready, you just look to show out that wave as fast as possible and then you look for roam. Top lane looks really free because we have a Pantheon and they have a Jace. So before you ult, you ping spam that you're coming so they're ready. And you just TP in, get the free kill, guys. And if you noticed how I ulted actually to block his escape path. And that is super important because even if he flashed or something, then he would still be within range of my gold card, so I will be able to secure the kill. I'm gonna take the long path around here because Kha'Zix will definitely come to try to sneak in a kill on me, so... Oh, there he is. He was definitely coming, so that's why you really want to be careful against these assassin champions, because Twisted Fate is a really easy target for them. So yeah, that is basically how you want to use the ultimate. Before you TP in, make sure that you ping spam your teammates so they will be able to react in time. And then you TP in and make sure that when you teleport, you try to cut off their escape path. And that should, most of the time, secure a pretty free kill. You're gonna get the Lost Chapter here, that's very useful. On the mana regen, so we get some sustain in the lane, so we don't run as often. And of course it will build into the Everfrost, which is a really OP item to have on especially TF, because you can essentially keep people perma-CC'd. They will not be able to move at all if they get hit by a single gold card, so it's very good for shutting down especially assassins like a Katarina and a Kha'Zix. When you want to push, guys, then you want to combine a red card with your Q, so you show out the waves as fast as possible. Oh wow, okay. I actually griefed right here. It should have been a bit obvious that he would not be trying to trade with me unless Kha'Zix was there, because otherwise he would just lose straight up, so I should have known that, so that's kind of a int by me. And if I die, then it means that they're free to invade my jungler, so I need to be really careful here. There's a Katarina coming in. Oh, they don't have vision. That's actually pretty nice. And you got his blue buff, so it didn't turn out to be as bad. Now you can use your ultimate to reveal Kha'Zix, as you can see right here, so it's also fine to use your ultimate for that. You don't always have to use it just to gank with. If it can help secure your teammates a kill by revealing the enemy champion, for example if they were invisible like Kha'Zix was, then that's also fine. Just want to make sure that your team gets something out of it every single time you use your ultimate. Oh, I don't have my W up, so I'm not sure about this gank right here, and looks like Pantheon doesn't flash, so probably doesn't have it. Yeah, that was a pretty miscoordinated gank. Because I wasn't ready for it, so that's why you want to make sure that you ping your teammates ahead of ulting. Now we are level 9 guys, we have max points in our queue. And we use the minion dematerializer on the caster minions, so now one Q will be able to one-shot the minions, right? The backline minions, so our wave clear is a lot better right now. That means we can push out the waves really fast and then we can just begin roaming. And Yuumi needs to be careful here, I don't know why she's staying lane alone. Also nice extra ultimate, it looks like she picked up a kill on Tristana, I don't know how. But that's a really risky play, but it turned out well for us. Another really cool thing guys, you need really good map awareness to play this champ. Even if you have bad map awareness, then it will of course improve as you play this champion, because his success entirely depends on how good you are at looking at the map, look at the lane state of the different lanes, and know when you can gank and such. So you can improve on a lot of different things at once when you play TF. A lot of people like to gank me mid lane, it seems. Even if Janna is coming, I should be able to get out though. Because I have tier 2 boots. The only reason I'm alive right now is because I bought those tier 2 boots. That's why I like to get them early on, especially because TF is so immobile. He has absolutely no mobility at all guys, so that's why this item is really good. And I focused on Karina here, because she's the most dangerous opponent of these three, because if she gets a reset then she's gonna kill all of us. So I try to focus down the priority target in fights with the yellow card. If I get a stun on Karina then she's dead. Just head back to mid lane, focus on pushing waves as fast as we can. We also deny Karina a lot, and as you can see we are one-shotting the caster minions, so wave clear is perfect right now. But that Kha'Zix is really... Well, our support is getting fed, so I guess it's a win-win. Yuumi with items is also really OP because she's buffing whoever she's sitting on, so does help us out a ton. Whenever your ultimate is up, then you want to look for a play. And a good way to see how it's going for your teammates, you can use the F keys like the F1, F2, F3, F4. It will show the game from their perspective, so you can see it's a good way to get a quick look at how the lane is going, if their waves are pushing in or they're getting pushed in and such. Then you can use the F keys to get a quick look at the lane without having to click on the map. Pantheon is also doing great. We have 2 champions with global ultimates. Oh, does the Kha'Zix come in? And he has the Prowler's Claw, so... Okay, we got the flash out, but... Yeah, as you can see, Twisted Fate is a really easy target for those assassins, especially the mobile ones. Pretty much every assassin is mobile when they have the Prowler's Claw, so... Need to be careful when you play against assassins, especially. But we have the Everfrost. So now is when the fun starts. We hit someone with a yellow card, then we can follow up with the Everfrost active, and they will just be permanently CC'd. So if you hit anyone with that in a team fight, then they are 100% dead. So Twisted Fate this season is like a CC bot mostly. You don't get as much damage and scaling as you did in previous seasons, mainly because Rod of Ages is gone, which is a hyper scaling item. You don't have that anymore. That being said, you still have a lot of damage though, because you can go into Ravenous Death Cap and you can also build into a Meta Soul Stealer, if you are fed, that is. Our ultimate is up, but we don't see top lane and bot on the map, so we just have to chill. Now the minions are surviving like 1 HP, and that is because I lost some tempo because I died twice. If I bought something on my base, then I would still be able to one-shot them, so when I recall and get my other item, then we are back to one-shotting the caster minions. This time we have our teammates with us, so that's a pretty free kill picked up by me. We'll also be able to get Janna. Nice Ezreal ultimate, so this was a perfect counter gank by them. Now this mid-game stage starts. We can all topside, help Pantheon out. And this is why Twisted Fate is so good. He can turn a bad fight into a really good one and secure you a lot of kills that you would normally not be able to get. But yeah, when the mid game starts, you want to be in the side lane because you have that almost global ultimate, and you also want to be getting the gold and XP for yourself. So you get into the side lane, get the farm, push out the waves, and then you look for a ult into the mid lane or in the jungle. Now we got the items, AP items, so we are back to one-shotting the caster minions. It is no problem anymore. Just into the side lane here, and also watch out for the jungler, because if you are TF, then there's a very high chance that they will be trying to focus you down because you are immobile, so it's very easy for them to gank you. Difference though is that this time we have Everfrost. We just have to push out the waves, and then we want to back off. But as a Jace, we should be able to win those 1 versus 1s. Thing is, your damage is burst and you don't have consistent damage, so you want to, when you get a W and a Q onto them, then you want to back off for a while and then you go back in when your abilities are up. You don't have consistent damage, so if somebody, like a Wayne for example, even though she's behind, she will still be able to win those extended 1 versus 1s. Got to pick up Jace, so that's nice. Teammates, oh, there's a Kha'Zix again. It doesn't matter this time though, because my teammates are pushing top and middle side, so they're actually losing a lot because Kha'Zix decided to come bot side. But this is a big win for us. We got the top towers. And the base tower top side is almost down as well, so... And Ezreal is pushing mid side. So Kha'Zix ended up losing a lot just because he decided to gank me bottom side. So unlucky Q by Pantheon. I'm just gonna go ahead and sell my corrupting potion so I can get the Lich Bane. So now we have a pretty big power spike, and Lich Bane is like a core item on Twisted Fate because a lot of your damage comes from your auto attack, so you get to make use of that empowered auto attack that you get every few seconds with that Lich Bane. Now we just have to push as a team, and the dragon is spawning. I could have went topside here guys, because normally you want to be in the opposite side of where the objective is spawning, but top way was pushed so far in that I will not be able to get anything. I have to flash right here so I don't get bursted on the tower, but we got Kha'Zix and we're gonna get Jace as well. He's not getting out. Nice. As you can see, this champion does really well in fights, team fights and so on, because of his CC and his ability to teleport behind the enemy team and shut someone down. You're gonna play the team fights pretty much like an ADC, you just hit whoever is in front of you, unless you have really easy access to the backline carries. Because a lot of the times you want to be peeling your carry, so you perma CC whoever engages onto your carry, so you protect them and then they will carry the fights. Now we definitely need a Seeker of Vanguard here because of Kha'Zix, otherwise he just one-shot us, so if we did need that, then we could go for the rapid fire cannon, and that gives us extended range on our auto attack, so that means that our W also gets extended range. I'm gonna go ahead and take the red buff here. Kayn is not here anyway. And it's pretty decent on Twisted Fate because a lot of your damage also comes from auto attacks, so you don't really lose a lot. And you can also use your ultimate if you just want to see what any team is at. Maybe they're doing Baron or something that you can't really see, then you can use your ultimate just to check. And of course Kha'Zix was waiting topside for me, so that could potentially save my life as well. We got 2 waves. It's not the best use of your ultimate, but if it saves you and it makes sure that the enemy team is not sneaking the Baron, then it's also fine to do because your ultimate will be on a pretty low cooldown. Especially because we have Ultimate Hunter in the domination tree and then we also have the CDR boots, so the cooldown will be pretty low. One-shotting the enemy team. And that should be a pretty GG's actually. They should not be able to come back into the game anymore. We can push down mid and we can also take the Baron. That was the TF guide. I hope this was helpful. As always, see you guys in the next video.